I'm too old for this.
Life could be a dream. Life could be a dream.
Yeah. Mater? Can I help you? Mater? Mater! Oh, yeah, McQueen. Wow, McQueen, you see this plunger right here? I was just on my way to unclog the toilet down at Pixar from the disappointing trash heaping pile up, known as CArz 2. They need more merchandising money. Oh yeah, that heaping pile up was so terrible for the reputation of Pixar. And Mater, you know what the worst part of all of it was? Well, McQueen, you were the star of it. Dadgum, you listen here, boy. If you're trying to start some beef with me, dadgum, I'll put some fire next to your ignition tank. Dadgum, let me guess. You thought just because you were the lead in this next sequel meant that it was gonna be promising? But think again, buddy boy. What are you guys even fighting for? You do realize Cars 3 is just filler until Toy Story 4 comes out, right? I mean, come on, who was really asking for another Cars movie? Not even the children were. Listen here, I want to be talking about was you. Unlike your trilogy, we got 5 movies under our belt. Hold up, Woody, let me get in on this. Is this dude legitimately mentioning the Planes movies as a part of his argument? Those movies suck nuts and bolts, my man. Dang, roasted. Wait, Mater, are they trying to say my movies weren't good? I mean, listen, your movies were originally meant to be direct to DVD. That's how you know they're doomed from the start. I hate everyone and everything. What the flying? Literally. Is he dead? It sounds like he crashed. But I mean, who cares about him? Nobody bought the toys. Well, it looks like he just got dented up, so that begs the question, do any of you need a paint job? Oh yeah, Ramon, that reminds me, you don't gotta be in these movies anymore. We've moved on past stereotypes. What are you talking about, man? We have a Hispanic female lead in the new movie? And she doesn't offend anybody. Ay, no manches, güey. Está bien. Adios, gringos. Well, we've wasted enough time, but now it's have room. What was that about, Woody? That's my segue to the review. Now it's time to review the film that was released on June 16th, 2017. Here's the ticket. Whoops, wrong movie, not like anybody saw that. Here's the right one. Now it's time to review the Pixar movie that was released on June 16th, 2017, and that is, of course, Cars 3.
There's not much time left today.
This man has great shoes. They're terrific and spontaneous and fabulous. Anyways, look at this water. Look how it glistens. It's beautiful. It's the ticket right here, boy. Also, I got me some Pez. Oh, get hyped! Okay. No, Cat, can you just move over? Yeah, okay, just move. Now time to listen to one of my guilty pleasure songs. It's the American trait, but I like lemonade. Pause! Put on the vid, yeah? Yeah? Okay. Where is it at? Okay, trash content, trash video. Here we go. Oh, we're recording already? Cars 3 sucks. Hey, howdy, hey, and welcome to another episode of Pixar Kid at the Theaters. Wow, what an uncreative title. And today we have an actor from Cars 3. He's the voice of Jackson Storm, Armie Hammer. Go ahead and introduce yourself, mate. Armie, you can't say stuff like that, it'll offend people. Woody? Yeah, homeboy Slink? Oh. Okay, well, I've been informed that this isn't the real Armie Hammer, but rather a baking soda brand known as Arm & Hammer. Oh, well, hi there, audience. Oh, I just been informed that there is no audience. Welcome, people.
Bruh.
This is Pixar Kid at the theaters, where we give critiques, not ratings.
Ooh! Today's movie is Pixar's latest mediocre cash grab. Movie. Cars 3! A big budget commercial to sell some toys.
God, why is your voice so loud? Sound mature, get older. Like Lightning McQueen.
That's a terrible segue, but okay.
Here's a little rundown of the plot of Cars 3, aka synopsis. Okay, but Cars 3 follows an aging Lightning McQueen whom gets scared shitless when a new generation of racers who are faster than him make the rusty old car McSpaz frightened. But wouldn't you know it, good old Lucky Lightning Bolt is offered one last race. This either saves or demolishes Lightning McQueen's entire career as a race car. So he trains with Cruz, I don't offend anybody, Ramirez, and basically the rest of the movie is a training montage with a tribute to Paul Newman thrown in there somewhere. Also, Mater's disowned from Pixar.
But that won't stop me from having one visual gag the whole movie. And dadgum.
Great synopsis. Woody, did you make it on site? Actually, I read it off a cereal box.
So his new cars on the racetrack have advanced technology to help them train and whatnot. So that leads me to believe that this is a ripoff of Rocky 4, except really family friendly and with cars and not as entertaining.
Naturally, like every other Pixar movie, this was a franchise milking, cash grabbing, mass marketed film. You couldn't escape the merchandise from this. That's all at hand, Pixar Kid went on rage. Truth be told, yeah, he did get banned from that Walmart. Well, it comes as no surprise that when it hit the box office, it won the weekend.
All eyes on me? How about no eyes on me, am I right, Ham?
Hey, Tupac's a great man, you shut up.
Well, the marketing sure did get to me, cause I bought some goldfish Lightning McQueens.
Hey, what up, pimp? Let me get some. Yo, my man, this ain't even a Lightning McQueen goldfish.
Oh yeah, apologies. There you go, buddy.
Thanks, man, I love you. I love you, man.
There's even activities on the back. Yeah, I can't believe I did it.
You've literally accomplished nothing in life, you loser. Today we'll discuss the animation, characters, plot, music,
and style. If you eat a lot of this crap, you start to realize how terrible and disgusting it truly is. I feel pity for those kids whose their parents buy this all the time.
So the film starts, oh wow, sin. As Lightning McQueen, the performance this time is just fine. Lightning as a character kinda grows, he learns to accept that he can't always be the best. Just kidding, the whole movie is him training to beat the narcissist in this rare case who really is better than him. He's too old to race.
I'm too old for this.
Oh, come on, Sling, don't take a piss in the potted plant.
Oh, sorry. You got Cristela Alonso as Cruz Ramirez. Cristella's only other credit in animation is for the Angry Birds movie, so basically we're off to a bad start with the character already. He's a trainer, but only with the latest technological advanced equipment, such as virtual reality, so she's basically useless for McQueen, who trained traditionally with Dog Brown.
Run for it, Marty!
Who? Hudson, I meant Doc Hudson, and she's in there so that the people who previously said that the Cars female characters were either just romantic interest or not fully developed. For those who say that there were some racial stereotype characters, cause, well, honestly, Cruz makes everyone happy but not offending anyone. She's a nice little character, but she won't be remembered 100 years of animation from now. She's a decent stand-in for Mater. Oh, well, I mean, I really like her as a character. Very enthusiastic, very fun. Let me whisper. Oh, okay. I've been informed we can't be positive in this review.
And there's a primary antagonist of the film, Jackson Storm, and we actually have his voice actor on today's episode. It's great to have you. Tell us all about your character. Yeah, I do agree. He is and he has no development whatsoever.
Buddy, don't you get it? This is Arm and Hammer baking soda, not Armie Hammer.
What are you trying to say, Rex?
That this was all clickbait, Woody. The rage comments are coming. Ah!
Also, wouldn't you know it, Larry the Cable Guy reprises his role as Mater the Tow Truck. Mater is here, yay! Ah. Not after Cars 2, not after what it did for the reputation of Pixar. No, he only has one purpose in the movie. He wears funny hats. That's literally it. There's one instance where he isn't wearing a funny hat, but other than that, hats. Feel bad for the guy. From being the lead in his own movie and even a television show, he's downgraded to one single visual gag. As for all the jokes in the movie, they're either hit or miss. There's a plethora of other characters, but we'll discuss them as we speak about plot. Time for plot! Also, who the heck stands on chairs? Were you raised in a cave? Listen here, kid. I'll make your entire species go extinct again. Ah! Hey, Woody, do you think you could describe the entire plot of Cars 3 for us real quick? Okay, let's describe the plot of this mediocre film. McQueen is now an old racing legend whose friends begin to leave as new advanced racers take their places. He even sees one new advanced car and confuses him for one of his chums. I don't know why, but the line, "Hey, the name's Donnie, bro," and the deliverance of said line, which just feels so dahooshy, cracked me up. However, he crashes in his latest race and this makes Sterling, the new owner of Rusty's, realize that Lightning McQueen's really old and tells him to sell out. Real big. McQueen asks for one final race, and if he die, his career gonna die too. He goes to train at the Rusty's Racing Center, and he meets up with his trainer, Cruz Ramirez. He keeps crying like a small child to go in the simulator. This leads to one of my small nitpicks with the film. Some of the dialogue at times is, well, repetitive, but there's not many instances of it happening for me to call it a major problem. And his trainer, Cruz Ramirez, says he has arthritis tires, which I find offensive because I have certain family members that suffer with that. Then he and Cruz Ramirez train for a good hour of the movie. Emotional stuff happens, filler happens, Doc Hudson is remembered, he goes to Florida, does the race, gets lazy halfway, tells Cruz to finish, and the movie ends happy and whatnot. On this movie, there's a heaping horde of new characters, but very little of them even help drive the plot. How are you sitting like that? That's my question. In this movie, the Radiator Springs gang takes very little screen time. Bye bye, Benito, un poquito, Hantarita Cheetos. Sorry, I don't speak Russian. Bye bye, idiota. I mean, really? They just really don't do anything for the plot. I mean, Guido and Luigi follow Lightning McQueen around to assist him. But, I mean, other than that, not much. And Mac drives them around, as Macs do. The owners of Rusty's, Rusty and Dusty, advance the plot by handing the Rusty's company to the new owner named Sterling. Sterling forces his ideas on McQueen of needing to sell merchandise due to him being in the racing industry for too long and not performing as great anymore against the new cars. Here's what some may not notice, but it is a large issue. In the real sport of racing, you have NASCAR and Formula 1. They never mix. The Cars franchise has stayed true to racing up until this one teeny tiny nitpick. Crash makes Sterling begin to see Lightning's failing streak against these new cars. Lightning convinces him to do one last race, putting his career on the line. Slinker, you passed out? Yep, he's as cold as a popsicle stick. But Lightning soon begins to see that his chances of winning are very slim. Even seeing it on television. Chick Hicks returns in this film alongside Natalie Certain. And she's certain of what she says. Get it? Good, because it wasn't a good joke from the start. I immediately noticed that it wasn't Michael Keane voicing Chick Hicks. They used Bob Peterson for this film. Hey, Pixar employee. Cruz and Lightning end up getting sidetracked and get confused. Lightning and Cruz accidentally get placed in a demolition derby. Whoops, there's the Pizza Planet truck. At this point where they gotta fend the violently corrupt school bus known as Miss Fritter. She's played by Leah Delaria. She's on, Orange is Pretty Whack. This scene's semi-entertaining. I say kinda, cause this is rated G and there's really no risk to the situation. You know they're gonna get out of it somehow. Then somewhere slapped in the middle of this plot, Cruz doesn't like lightning because he says some things, yada yada yada. They make up in like 5 minutes, so it's filler and it's really useless. I wasn't really paying attention because I started eating my popcorn differently. You see, what I did is I sucked the butter out first and then let the popcorn dissolve in my mouth. I feel as if they only added it in so that you could feel something for Cruz. And yeah, I suppose it works. Everyone can relate to believing that you can accomplish something that you want to be, but in the end, we don't always end up fully receiving what we would like to. Afterwards, they hit up Doc's hometown
buffet.
What?
You know, the restaurant.
What? Why would you even bring that up?
They got a lunch special.
Oh, really? Oh, well, we got some later, okay? Alright then. Afterwards, they hit up Doc's hometown of Thomasville to get some inspiration. Whoops, looks like the camera's up too much. Don't want you guys seeing our low budget. Okay, there we go. This Thomasville segment takes up quite a good chunk of the film. And that's okay. The scenes that take place in there are pretty Why is there hairs on the poster?
Those aren't from a head.
Ugh! Those are Bullseye's hair trimmings. Oh, for a second there I thought, yeah, you know, some weird stuff, you know?
We didn't say what area of Bullseye.
The setting of Thomasville in this film is great. It's got a beautiful vintage feel to it, and it gives you a good retrospective on racing in that time frame, and includes classical racing cars. It's here where Lightning receives verbal help from Smokey. Smokey's voice talent is provided by Chris Cooper, you know. East Tex Rich Man. Oh, and the Fugly Goblin. Smokey was once Doc's crew chief and trainer. He sputters some words that inspire Lightning. Smokey is the generic, "Oh, I'm old and experienced, I'ma say a few lines that'll inspire you." But Smokey does reveal something about Doc's feelings on McQueen, and that moment was pretty heartfelt. The final thing they do before leaving Thomasville is a practice race, where Cruz cosplays as Jackson Storm. Wouldn't you know it, just like the real situation would be, she beats Lightning McQueen, leading to Lightning realizing that he's not going to be able to overcome this obstacle in life. Ciao! We reach the climax of the movie and it's like, wow. Actually, if you've seen the movie, you'd know it's really nothing special.
Oh, and what, your third movie was so special?
Actually, yeah. As a star of it, I can say it's a cinematic masterpiece of an ending.
Wow, little fat boy got triggered, huh? Fat little piggy man. What you gonna do about it? Chase me? With those little trotters, you can't do anything.
Maybe not on these trotters. On wheels.
Wow, how'd you do that?
Oh wait, we got us a magic man here, huh, Lightning?
Wow, why do you two sound exactly the same?
I bet someone down at Pixar is getting a lot of paychecks.
Then we have what every story ever told does. The climax. The pivotal game-changing moment. The most exciting moment. The most suspenseful moment. The big finish. A grand finale. Sorry, I don't speak Malaysian. And just like the first film in the series, a big race works as the climax.
Lightning is able to race for a while, but then he recalls Cruz's dream of becoming a racer out of nowhere. While in, he exchanges places with Cruz in a cop-out with the number 95 because he got lazy as fuck. Then some stuff happens. Cruz wins. What else did you expect? It's a rated G Pixar kids film.
Do a flip!
Hey, that's pretty good.
Did you know something interesting? We know Lightning McQueen's a champion, but in all of these movies, we haven't seen him win one trophy. As we all know, the climax of the first Cars movie ends on a rather sweet note, with Lightning McQueen pushing the dying Dinoco King to the fin-about-a-nut line. While in Cars 2, Mater interrupts the final race because he has a bomb strapped to him. Yeah, that can be seen as a racial statement, but why didn't the bomb just go off? I mean, seriously. It's not even that funny. I'm funny. I want my own movie.
Then after the big race finishes and wraps up, the stats show that both Lightning and Cruz are considered to be the winner of the race. Yeah, I get it. Teamwork is key. Family movie lesson to be learned. It may be cheesy, but it ain't Gouda. Well, anyways, after that, we learned that McQueen can now keep racing, and Cruz is an official racer for Dinoco. Then the final scene of the movie ends in Willie's butt. Willie's Butte. Oh, Willie's Butte in Radiator Springs, and it's a nice little homage to that scene in the first film.
Heading into the credits, the big song they finish on is... Honestly, I can't remember. To me, the music was forgettable. It's one of my biggest problems with the film. Music! Excuse me for this next part, but while I was writing the script, I honestly couldn't think of anything to write for music. So for this segment, it's gonna be trash. Kinda like Cars 3. They got good old Randy Boy back for this movie. The score is good, but as for songs, I can't say any lyrics off the top of my head. Well, this leads to non-score songs to be, well, very forgettable. But the original film did sure have some great music, such as Life as a Highway, Real Gone, Route 66, Our Town, the Papa Cap song, Shaboom! Ow, my skull! And of course, Brad Paisley's voice crack, You Around. And life is one big shade of grayness, sadness, I'm depressed. I mean, sometimes even I, Pixar kid, listen to a couple of these songs in my spare time because I have a really poor taste in music. Looky, it's even a fidget spinner.
Life's like a road that you travel on. Just one year, sometimes you win, sometimes you turn you back to the other side. You can go on, there's not much time left today. Life is a highway. I wanna ride it all night long. It's great because it took a couple of years, but it evolved into an internet meme.
And memorable songs, all Cars 2 gave us was Weezer's cover of, a Cars song, you might think. Wait, I just got it. The Cars in Cars 2? Oh my! But Cars 3, I really just can't remember anything. Let's go look it up, kiddos. Whee! Oh, would you look at that? Ride by ZZ Tops. Oh, okay. Well, I've just been informed by Slinky here that it's not ZZ Tops, it's actually ZZ Ward. But my main point here is that Randy Newman uses a lot of the same notes from the first two films, and any vocals said in this film are, well, pretty forgettable. Music in a film helps create a certain feel for the film, and the feel for a film is also called the style of the film. And well, Cars 3 certainly varies in style from its predecessors. Instead of John Lasseter, Brian Freehelm's the title of director this time around, and well, you certainly feel it. Though Cars 2 did vary in style with the plot of the film was turning the Doc Hollywood-esque film into a spy thriller out of nowhere, the storytelling techniques from the first film were still there. You still knew it was John Lasseter. Brian Free was a story and storyboard artist at Pixar until John Lasseter saw his potential. So he decided that he should direct the third installment in this semi-beloved franchise, and as for this being his directorial debut, it's certainly not bad whatsoever. He has crafted a semi-memorable finale to a Pixar franchise, at least we hope it's the finale. And of course, John Lasseter was an executive producer on the film and constantly checked out and assisted on how the film was going. I certainly felt a different vibe this time around, but hey, it wasn't a bad one.
When it comes to the animation down at Pixar, it's great as usual. Not very much has altered since the second Cars film, but the lighting and the way the cars reflect images leads to this really realistic shininess. Pixar only chooses the most vibrant and astonishing colors, such as this lovely red background that I provided for you to see, which I bought at Walgreens for $2.99. The designs of the next-gen cars are sleek and straight-edged, and the animation immerses you into the world. During the final race, I could almost smell the burning rubber on the track from the race car's tires, but as it turns out, that came out of my butt. It was a massive shard I had released. As usual, great animation, Pixar. You always had that statement to follow. You were, after all, the first company to produce an all-CGI film. Also, the short film Lou that showed before this had some great animation. I bring this up now because we get to see a Slinky in that short film. And the movement of those Slinks is so astonishing, so lifelike. I'm now expecting a lot more for Slinky Dog's animation when Pixar's next shameless cash-grabbing sequel comes around, Toy Story 4, which Cars 3 is filler for.
But really, our opinions don't matter. We're not even the intended audience for the film. You know who is? Cars. So RC, what'd you think of the movie? Yo, what the heck is this dude even saying? I can't even comprehend or understand. What the fuck? Okay. Overall, the third Cars film should have never been created. This film series just really did not deserve another chance, but you know what? I'm glad it was made. It's certainly an improvement over its abysmal predecessor, but it'll just never beat the first film. Some say that the Cars franchise as a whole wasn't really great to begin with, but I don't really understand the hate that the first film received at the time it came out, and it's still viewed as a weak Pixar film. Though I agree Cars isn't the best when compared to others within the Pixar film slate, it's certainly not weak in my opinion. With Cars 2, they just didn't have a story to tell, and it was vastly different and can barely be considered a sequel to the original Cars. With Cars 3, they had a story to tell. They had something to say about aging. I don't see where the children in the theater could relate to any of McQueen's struggles in the film, though. But the original audience isn't that young anymore. It's a film made for that original audience, and for those who feel that with age, comes the ultimate fear of losing purpose. And since that's the only meaningful thing we've stated this whole reveal, we'll end it here. No rating, grade, or percentage, because here down at Pixar Kid Productions, we give critiques, not ratings. Whoa! Once again, thanks a ton for being on today's episode, Armie Hammer. You gave a small channel big recognition. Clickbait. Alright, finish it off, Wheezy. You've got a friend in me if you subscribe. Don't forget to buy the toys, you know, the real reason this movie exists. Well, if you have a plan to motor west, take my way, that's the highway, it's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it winds from Chicago to LA. More than 2,000 miles along the way. Get your kicks out on Route 66. St. Louis, Joplin, Missouri, Oklahoma City looks so pretty, you see. Amarillo, Gallup, New Mexico, Blackstone, Arizona, don't forget Winona, Kingsman, Barstow, San Bernardino. Only you can get hip to this kindly tip. When you take that California trip, get your kicks on Route 66. Now you might be asking, Woody, why are you on a bike? Well, the answer's simple. If Pixar keeps milking the cash cow that's Cars, this will probably be the next movie.